Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn one of the best example related to net heat transfer. So what is that? So before we discussing this question, let's see some facts behind this. So my dear friends, if we fill the air into the tire during a trip, so during the trip the tire properties will change. So if, see my dear friends, let this is our tire, let this is our tire, four-wheeler tire, this is our tire, let's suppose this is our tire, right? So this is our tire, this is our tire, this is our tire, let's suppose this is our tire. Okay, the gauge pressure of an automobile tire is measured to be, that means there is a tire of a gauge pressure. So here you put some device and we measure it. So from this we measure the gauge pressure of the tire is 210 kilopascal. This is your gauge pressure, right? Before trip, that means before trip, this is your before trip, before trip, right? Now after the trip, at any location where the atmospheric pressure is 95 kilopascal, and after the trip, before the trip, and same tire, this is the same tire, right? This is the same tire, right? This is the same tire. If you measure the pressure, this means after trip, at any location. So after trip at any location where the we measure the gauge pressure from here is 220 kilopascal. Let's suppose at any location this is 210 and this is 210, right? So the gauge pressure of an automobile tire is measured to be 210 kilopascal before trip and 220 kilopascal after trip, right? At a location where the atmospheric pressure, so at a location जहाँ पे वो मेजर करता है वहां पे एटमॉस्फेरिक जो कंडीशन है वो एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर दिया हुआ है आपका, दिस इज गिवन 95 kilopascal, right? Assuming that the volume of tire remain constant, so during this process volume of the tire is fixed, no change in the size of the tire, right? And air temperature before trip, air temperature before trip is 25 degree centigrade. Air temperature before trip where we measure the air temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, right? That means this tire have air, of a pressure 210 kilopascal and 25 degree centigrade, and after trip the air pressure in the tire is 210 kilopascal where the atmospheric pressure is 95 kilopascal. Determine air temperature in the tire after trip. So what is the temperature after trip? Air temperature, right? Okay, the pressure in, so what is that? So the pressure in an automobile tire is measured before and after a trip. The temperature of air in the tire after the trip is to be determined, right? And what is the assumption? Assumption is that the volume of the tire remain constant. Number first, that means what is the assumption? What is the assumption? Assumption number first, volume of the tire remain fixed. This is your fixed, number first. Number second, air is an ideal gas. Air is an ideal gas, number second, right? These are the two assumption is made, right? And the properties of air is given atmospheric property 95 kilopascal, right? So if we apply PV is equal to MRT, if you apply PV equal to MRT, so in that case this is in absolute pressure, and this is in Kelvin. This is the Kelvin. V is the total volume of the system, mass of the system. R is the gas constant. So mind it, when you apply the properties relation PV is equal to MRT, the P and T are the P and T have a very important role in the terms of unit wise. This is measuring wise. This is absolute pressure and this is Kelvin. So if there is any gauge pressure is given, so see my dear friend, if this have zero pressure, this is absolute zero pressure, this is your atmospheric pressure, this is your atmospheric pressure, and this is given 95 kilopascal, this is given 95 kilopascal, this is given, and if we measure this from this line, so this is called gauge pressure. If we measure from this line to this pressure line, this is called absolute pressure. This is very important. So if we find the pressure in this equation, so what is the mass we have to first determine, or if we put this equation we have to know about the absolute pressure. So in this case, what is the absolute pressure before trip? So before trip, what is the absolute pressure? P1 is equal to P of gauge plus atmospheric. If you put these two value, this is 210 plus 95, this is 305 kilopascal. After trip, what is P2? After trip, what is P2? 220 gauge pressure plus 95 atmospheric pressure. What is the atmospheric pressure here? What is the atmospheric pressure? This is your 95. This is your 95. So 315 kilopascal. So this is the absolute pressure, and this is also absolute pressure, right? Now, see, this is the closed system. So mass is fixed. We assume that closed system, closed system. So mass before and mass after will same. So what is that? P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2, right? So from here, if you have P1, what is the P1? 305, volume is same, V divided by temperature. What is the temperature in Kelvin? What is the temperature T1? T1 is, what is the temperature? 25, 25 plus 273. P2 you have 315 into V, and T2 you have to find out. So volume is cancelled out. So what is your T2? T2 is approximately 34.8 degrees, right? So see, my dear friend, this is very important information. Before trip, after trip. Before trip, the temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. After trip, the temperature 34.8 degrees centigrade. See, approximately 10 degrees. So, therefore, the absolute temperature of air, absolute temperature of air, how much increase? Therefore, the absolute temperature of air in the tire will increase by how much? Approximately 6.9%. This much temperature of the air during this trip. So what you conclude that? You conclude that what is your observation? You observe that air temperature has rise nearly 10 degrees centigrade. What is the temperature rise? 10 degrees centigrade approximately. This will rise during this trip. This shows the importance of measuring the tire pressure before long trip to avoid any error due to temperature rise of air in the tire. Also note that the unit Kelvin is used for measuring the ideal gas relation. So this is very important. So my dear friend, if you go for a long drive, always keep in mind to always measure the pressure in the tire. Always measure pressure in the tire before long trip. Always you have to measure it, right? Okay. Now, what is this problem? What is this problem, my dear friend? So what is this problem? This problem is approximately like that, little bit advanced, but no problem. So a football has infiltrated. So if you assume this is a football is infiltrated to a gauge pressure, that means the football have a pressure gauge pressure 1 bar when the ambient temperature, that means there is a temperature is 15 degrees centigrade. When the game is started next day, when the game is started next day, the air temperature in the stadium, that means where the game will played, where the temperature is 5 degrees centigrade, so the temperature will drop. See, the temperature will drop. Here the pressure will increase. Here the pressure will increase and here the temperature will drop. Same, volume of the football remains constant, this one. So the amount of heat loss during that, what is the heat loss during this process? What is the heat loss when the temperature is dropped from of the football air? So what is the heat loss from the football and the gauge pressure of air in the football at the stadium respectively? Simply. So simple, no problem, no problem, no problem. So what is that? See, my dear friend, there is a football, right? There is a football. Okay, the football of a pressure P gauge, how much? 1 bar. And what is the temperature? 15 degrees. Right? This is your 15 degrees centigrade, 15 degrees centigrade. Right? And this is day first. Day first. Volume is same. That means size of the football is same. Right? The size of the football is same. The see, this is the temperature of the air is 15 degrees centigrade, no problem. But the now outside temperature is 5 degrees centigrade in the stadium. So what is the gauge pressure in this case? In the football, what is the gauge pressure? So this is asking like that. What is the gauge pressure in that condition? So this is the question is like that. See, the amount of heat loss. So if there is a high temperature, so obviously there is a heat loss from the, there is a heat loss. So what is the heat loss? First asking. Now next asking is that, and the gauge pressure of air in the football at the stadium, in the football at the stadium. So we know that heat loss is equal to M, and this is the process as volume constant, CV delta T. So you have CV of the air, given that this is day 2, given that CV of the air is what? This is given. The CV of the air is 0.718 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. This is the CV of the air, right? And R is 287, right? This is your 287, no problem. This is your 287. Okay, kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Now, so first of all, calculate what is the mass of the system. So first calculate mass of the system. So mass of the system you have to calculate from this equation. PV is equal to mRT. This is the closed system, so mass is fixed. There is no any mass transfer. This is a closed system. So PV is equal to mRT. So what is the initial pressure? This pressure is absolute. This temperature in Kelvin, mind it. So what is the absolute pressure from first? P1 is equal to 1 plus, and what is the atmospheric pressure is given? It is not given, so you assume 1.013 bar. This is in bar, so this is in bar. So this is your 2.013 bar. This is pressure in day 1, right? So put here value. So this is your 2.013, right? This is in bar, absolute sense, into 10 to the power 5, so Pascal. Volume is fixed 2500 centimeter, so this is 10 to the power minus 6. Mass you have to calculate. What is R value? 287. What is temperature? Temperature is 15 plus 273. So if you calculate, so what is the mass of the system? The mass of the system is 0.006 kg. This is your mass of the system. Now, then we apply the ideal gas equation. That means P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. This will same, so this will cancel out. So what is your P1? P1 is 2.013. What is T1? 15 plus 273. What is P2? Where the pressure P2 you have to find out what is the pressure P2 and what is the temperature at that point when the pressure is measured. This is 5 degrees centigrade, 2, so 278 the pressure, right? This is the pressure 278. That means this is your 5 plus 273. You have to put it 5 plus 273. So what is your pressure P2 here? This P2 is come out to be 1.943 bar. Mind it, this is your absolute. But in question there is a gauge. You asking like a gauge. So what is your gauge pressure? So if this is your P0, this is your 1.013. So this is your gauge PG. So if you find the gauge, you subtract absolute pressure minus atmospheric pressure. You have to find it gauge pressure. So Pg2 is equal to P absolute pressure 2 minus P atmospheric. So what is the absolute? 1.943 minus what is the atmospheric pressure? 1.013. So what is that? 0.93 bar. So you have to this much as a gauge pressure in the second day of air. Now the second question is that what is the second question? Second question is that this is that what is the gauge pressure of air to which the football must have been originally inflated so that it would equal to the 1 bar at the stadium. So what is the gauge pressure originally inflated? So Pg1 is what and temperature is 15 degrees centigrade. So how much gauge pressure will infiltrate? So that volume is fixed, so that the stadium, so that the pressure Pg2 is 1 bar. 1 bar, and at that condition the temperature is same 5 degrees. So at which gauge pressure you have to air pressure in day first, so that in the stadium there is a 1 bar. So P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. So what is your P1? You have to find it. What is T1? 273 plus 15 degree. What is P2? 1 plus 1.013 absolute. What is T2? 5 plus 273. So what is your P2? P2 is P1. Sorry, P1. What is your P1? P1 is your 2.08 bar, right? So this is your absolute pressure. This is your absolute pressure. But you have to find gauge pressure. So Pg1 is equal to P absolute 2.08 minus atmospheric 1.013. So this is what? 1.067. So you feel the pressure 1.0, not 1 bar, above that, that means 1.06 bar, so that its final pressure when the game will start to the next day, this is to be 1 bar. So this is like a 1 bar. So always keep in mind that if there is a change in pressure, so there is a change in temperature. If there is a change in temperature and pressure, why? Because there is a temperature change. This condition will change. All this situation will arise when the stadium temperature will drop. So when the stadium temperature drop, what should have the final pressure in the inside the balloon? Why this is happening? Why? Because there must be heat transfer. If this is insulated, somewhere it is insulated, there is no any problem, but there is a heat loss. So if there is a heat loss, the property will change inside the air. So the properties will change. So always keep in mind, if there is any heat transfer or work transfer, it must be a system property will change. Okay. Thank you very much.